Good afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist Ames forecaster, guys, and welcome back to the video. Hope you guys are all enjoying your wonderful Saturday afternoon or morning, wherever you guys live. But yeah, guys, it's actually not the best day right now. It's actually pretty depressing outside. We're just seeing cloudy and rainy conditions. It's very chilly outside. It feels like 46. The high is only 54. And it's because of the post-tropical cyclone Nestor. But yeah, guys, it is getting very cold. It's very chilly, windy, and rainy. It's kind of like one of those fall days you see and winter days. So it's not the best day for most of the southeast. But we're gonna be focusing we're not gonna be focusing on the tropical updates. We're gonna be focusing now on the winter, as we could have another winter storm, weekend snowstorm for the Rockies, all the way from Washington all the way into the areas in the four corners. We could have some more rocky snow, and many of you guys actually live in those areas, so I just thought I can do another update, as I have not done a winter update like this in like about a week. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, guys. It really means a lot when you check out my channel. Also, be sure to leave a question in the comments if you have any, and I'll be sure to answer them. But yeah, without further ado, let's get in this video. So we're going to be looking at the National Weather Service right here, guys. And as you can tell, again, we do have, again, these wind advisories, and we still have these, wind advisories, but, we also now have blizzard warnings out here for Wyoming, because, again, look, we do actually have some high wind warnings in these areas for Wyoming. We also do have some high wind watches in effect for these areas in Wyoming, Nebraska, and South Dakota, and that's why we do have blizzard warnings. So we're going to have very strong wind in these areas near Cheyenne. We also have windstorm advisories for many areas, from all the way from Washington to Oregon, many areas in Colorado, Salt Lake City, those areas, into Wyoming and the Rockies near Bozeman and the north central part of Idaho. Those are where we do have those windstorm advisories. So it's going to be we're going to have a couple inches of snow in those areas. We're not going to have as much strong winds in those areas, so it's not most likely we're going to see more blizzard warnings unless the winds do get stronger. But we still have wind advisories for the near the areas of Boise. We also have near the other side of the Salt Lake City area. We also do have many near Salem, Oregon. Also near Lake Tahoe, we do have some wind advisories also for Carson City. So we're just going to see a lot of winds for the United States when it comes to the southeast and for all the way to the northwest. So we're going to have a lot of windy conditions for these areas, including Wyoming, as we do have 2 counties with blizzard warnings. We also do have some windstorm warnings right here for northern Wyoming, south central or central Idaho, and for these Sierra Mountains out here into Washington and Oregon, and then also, of course, in the areas near Cheyenne. But without further ado, let's get now into the radar. Again, guys, we already have our blizzard warning. I believe this is our second or third time having blizzard warnings for Wyoming or the Northwest. It might be our second, but yeah, we're gonna be just checking out. This storm actually just really just jumped out into the eyes of the people, and it really wasn't a huge deal until really yesterday into today. Again, we also are within the next 6 hours are going to have very snowy conditions out here for near the areas of Idaho Falls and Twin Falls, and we also do have, again, that Sierra Mountain snow. We do have a lot of rain for the areas in the northwest. Because of this, we're going to have rain for Portland, Seattle, San Francisco, also areas into northern Nevada, into Boise. We're going to have a lot of rain for you guys. Very chilly rain, as you guys will be slightly above freezing. So it's going to be very, very chilly, 40 degrees rain. Like me, of course, I'm a bit warmer than that. But we're going to see the snow getting a lot worse within the next 18 hours. So by early to morning for these areas in western time, or sorry, mountain time, we'll be seeing some blizzard conditions for obviously areas north of near Logan, Utah, for areas in northwestern Colorado, areas into southern Wyoming, getting to Cheyenne. Again, Bozeman and maybe even Billings and Helena, we'll be seeing some snow. Same thing for the Twin Falls, the Twin Falls, and that's tomorrow. And again, it's not going to be a huge storm like Aubrey. It's not going to be like that huge, extremely rare storm. Obviously, this is going to bring in blizzard conditions, but again, it's not going to be as historic, or not that we're aware of. Not going to be as historic as Aubrey. These blizzard conditions will become more widespread into the afternoon hours, into evening hours for tomorrow, into the Rockies, into Wyoming. Again, Helena, you guys will still be getting some snow. And then we can still, by Monday, still have some snow move more into Colorado and Wyoming. And that would actually bring in a huge rain system for the Midwest and the South Central, as these areas will be getting some rain from that low pressure system. And that could eventually bring in some more rain for the East Coast with this new pattern change. With these cold fronts coming in, they cause some big low pressure systems that causes snow in the Rockies, and then eventually move eastward into the warmer air, into the warmer moisture. So now we're going to be looking at the tropical tidbits on the GFS radar now. It actually just updated a couple hours ago. But again, as you can tell, in the next 6 hours, we will be seeing a good amount of rain for northern or north central Oregon, also for Idaho, for the Idaho Falls area. As we continue by tomorrow, again, tomorrow is where we will definitely be seeing those blizzard conditions starting to become a bit more worse as a threat for the areas near Utah, Wyoming, and Cheyenne's right here. This is where we have these blizzard warnings, and we're about to see why we are going to be seeing very heavy rain coming in these areas. We could actually see some mix with ice possibly on those borderlines, but it won't be as huge a threat as Aubrey, again, Cheyenne, all the way into the areas near Helena and near Salt Lake City, Logan, Utah. Will still be seeing some flurries coming in, and then we can have that second system. This is going to be actually from a different system. We're gonna have two high pressure systems. Again, there's that low pressure system from this system, but now we have high pressure systems that could actually cause a major snowstorm to actually come in through the areas of Wyoming, Colorado, Denver. You guys can definitely be seeing possibly blizzard conditions. This is actually, I think this is more of Thursday of next week, and we could possibly have another major snowstorm that goes into the plains, so all the way from near Amarillo, Wichita, near areas of Jefferson City into Des Moines. We can actually possibly have a snowstorm that could cause more rain issues for the South Central, into the South, and the Ozarks. That's what we'll definitely have to watch out with this new pattern change. And then we just have to wait and see if we can have another snowstorm that could bring us some more and more rain for the southeast. So now we'll be looking at the temperature anomaly, because you guys are probably saying, why I keep on saying now we're having this snow and rain caused by the low pressure systems and the cold fronts. Because the cold fronts here, as you can tell, we have a cold front right now into the northwest. As you can tell, we have many areas in Oregon, Idaho, seeing well below freezing temperatures, well below average temperatures, all the way into the areas nearest Los Angeles. We could be seeing below average temperatures. And what this does is cause a low pressure system with this cold air. Again, low pressure systems are known for causing like rainy conditions, like just rain. That's what they're known for. When we see it occur during a low pressure system, most likely at this time of the year, that's when we see that snow start to be caused. Because in the summer it's very warm, and most of the time in summer it's above average, and what those low pressure systems cause in the summer is obviously warmer conditions and obviously severe weather. But this time it would possibly most likely be below freezing, which causes snow. So again, as we see this cold front deepen, that's when we see that snow deepen too. This is where the snow follows with the wind. Again, many areas in Denver, Salt Lake City could be seeing well below average again. And I'll be pushing out the ridge to push out the warmer temperatures from the areas from Nestor that do bring humid conditions. And this could possibly bring in that second system that could be bringing snow for these areas on Thursday. Again, you see we have cold air at that time. As we go more into Thursday, we have that huge polar blast that could come in possibly in these areas. This is why we could see that snow in the air. I can see Thursday we could be seeing well below, possibly maybe even 16 degrees below average for Amarillo, Albuquerque, Wichita, Dodge City areas, into the tip of Oklahoma, Denver. That's exactly why we could have that snowstorm cause many issues. And then we could have another huge, huge polar blast that we can see. It's going to be incredibly cold for these areas, and as you can tell, it's just going to be a very cold October for the plains and in the central area, and then that will obviously move into the east. I'll probably have a video maybe tomorrow on the huge cold air, or I'll possibly do a double upload tomorrow on the snowstorm and on the pattern change, which we could see obviously winter conditions for many areas. It's been a very, very cold October for many areas in the east and even in the west when we saw that Aubrey coming in earlier in the month. As we look at snowfall totals, we won't have huge, again, super duper widespread snow. As you can tell, we're just going to see the most amount of snow in these mountains. And in the Sierra Mountain area, we could be seeing obviously more than a foot snow for Washington, again, also near that national park. So again, if you're in Seattle, you're used to being in between these two systems that bring snow. We're also going to see some good amount of snow for the areas of near Logan, Utah, up to 5 to 6 inches. Again, most of the snow will actually be more into Idaho with this storm instead of Montana or Wyoming. In Idaho, we'll be seeing a very good amount of snow today, and then by tomorrow we saw that it only brought some snow for very small areas like Yellowstone. That's exactly why we're seeing more snow to Idaho, as today it's a bit more bigger than it will be tomorrow. As you can see, we can see up to 15 to 17 inches out here for the north central Idaho area. We don't have many areas. It's just rural country mountains. Not a lot of cities there. You don't really see. Bozeman won't see more than about 2 to 6 inches. We'll have areas in Yellowstone National Park that could be seeing 7 to 8 inches, and then we could see some more snow obviously again to Colorado. Not many areas near Denver or Colorado Springs. You guys won't be seeing that much snow with this. Now we're going to be looking at the GFS model now to see exactly how much snow. We're not going to be looking at that next snowstorm. We're going to be focusing on this one. Again, let me actually make sure this is into the right storm. I'm going to make sure. Okay, so this is going to be how much snow we see with this storm. The one you saw, like 9 inches of snow in Colorado, Denver. That was the next system. Again, I can post on that possibly either maybe Monday or something, because by Monday this is over. But until like I said, the GFS and European are actually agreeing a lot more than they usually do. We can have again like 16 to 12 inches near that north central area of Idaho. Again, they're agreeing on the snow right here. They're actually putting a bit more snow for near the Logan, Utah area, and for the areas at the tip with Wyoming. Could be seeing a bit more snow, possibly to maybe 11 to 14 inches, which is a bit more than the GFS shows, or sorry, than the European shows. And we could also see the GFS is also showing a bit more snow for the areas near Bozeman to National Park, the Yellowstone National Park, with up to 15 inches. And then again, also the opposite Wyoming with near Cheyenne. Cheyenne can be on the border with this system. Cheyenne's going to be very interesting because Cheyenne's like right here, I believe, or right here. So they can be very close to seeing up to maybe an inch or 2 inches to possibly being in the bullseye for that little area. It just depends exactly what these winds bring in. And we can also see a little snow out there for the South Dakota area on the border with Wyoming and Montana. And then we can also see a good amount of snow up to a foot for north central Colorado. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. I might do a double upload today. I might also do a video later before the Penn State game, because again, you can tell I'm a Penn State fan. But I might do one maybe around 5 to 6 o'clock, depending on my schedule. But I'm going to try my best, because I haven't done a double upload in a very long time. But just stay tuned later in case I do one on the new pattern change, like we saw those cold fronts, because that's pretty serious. And definitely going to be bringing a lot of cold air for these areas in October. Very, very cold and possibly winter conditions for Halloween. And then by next week, I could have my Halloween forecast out. But without further ado, let's see you guys later.